Hi there, and welcome into the belief shifting exercise. This exercise is a game changer for so many people, and I'm so excited that you're going to be going through it. Really, what we're going to discover throughout this process is basically where you currently are and where you want to be, and what is keeping you from getting from here to there. And a lot of people think they know what is actually keeping them stuck, but we're really actually going to get to the root cause of it throughout this little process and exercise that I have for you here. You're going to be a new person coming out of this exercise, quite honestly, and it's going to happen a lot faster than you may think. In fact, there's three main steps that I'm going to be walking you through in order to start to shift your mindset and your belief system. And really, it starts with discovering we need to become aware of how we're thinking and what our limiting beliefs are right now, currently in our life. And really, those are what are kind of keeping us stuck. And then we have to start challenging them. We have to start proving to ourselves why those no longer serve us. And we're going to start to choose new and empowered and aligned thoughts and beliefs that are more in line with our desires, dreams, and goals. And really, we're going to start to reprogram our subconscious mind with those new thoughts and beliefs. So this might sound like a lot, and we've been led to believe that this might take years to do. And in a lot of cases, it does because people don't know exactly what to do and how to do it. But I'm here to tell you it's much easier, much faster, much more simple than you've been led to believe. So I'm so excited you're here, and let's get started right away. So number one, we need to discover what our current mindset is right now and what our current thoughts and beliefs are around the goal, dream, or desire that we have. So what I want you to do is you're going to take a piece of paper, and quite honestly, it could be anything. It could be a journal if you have just a piece of paper laying around. And what you're going to do is you're going to write your goal, dream, or desire that you're going after, write it on the top, and then circle it. And once you do that, what we're going to do is write out all the thoughts you have about your goal, dream, or desire right now. Good or bad, doesn't matter. Just write out all the thoughts you're thinking about it right now. And just pause this video right now, write down all the thoughts you're having about that goal, dream, or desire. And now, just to go a little bit deeper, I want you to think in terms of what is the reason that you have not gotten there yet? What's the reason you're not taking consistent action towards your goal, dream, or desire yet? And this will begin uncovering why you think you can't achieve this goal, dream, or desire. Or maybe you think you can achieve it, but it'll allow you to discover why you're not actually going after it. So this is really what we're trying to get down to here, okay? So again, pause this video and really discover this for yourself. Take a few minutes to just kind of do this, and I promise you it'll be worthwhile. If you can write out at least 5 to 10 thoughts, reasons, and beliefs as to why you are not going after your goals, dreams, or desires, then that's a great starting point. And now what I want you to do is circle the ones that are the biggest, most limiting thoughts. Like for instance, if you think you can't make a certain amount of money, if that's your goal, or if you think you can't do something, really highlight that because that's a very limiting belief. And if you think you can't do it, you'll never be able to do it, quite honestly. So we want to start to uncover these thoughts and beliefs that we're having, and we're going to start to challenge them. Okay. So this first part here is all about discovering. Okay, so once you've discovered the biggest, most disempowering thoughts that are kind of keeping you stuck, now we're going to start to challenge them. And really, the idea behind this is those thoughts we've adopted along the way. And quite honestly, a lot of those thoughts and beliefs that we've had and have been programmed in our mind don't even come from us. They come from like our parents and the people we're around most often throughout our life. We tend to adopt those thoughts and beliefs from those people. If you've ever heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you hang around most in your life, it's 100% true because of this idea. So if you could just give a little bit of thought to where do you think that thought or belief came from? And just take another couple minutes to do this part and just think like, all right, if I think money's hard to make, or if I think that I can't achieve this, where did that actually come from? Like, when did I learn that throughout my life? Maybe I was a kid. Maybe it was, a few years ago, someone told me I couldn't do it. And then I just kind of adopted that and believed that from that point forward. Whatever that looks like for you, just take the time just for a couple minutes to discover where you think it came from. Like, what was the point of inception, in other words, when that thought got accepted into your subconscious mind? Okay, so now that we see the thoughts and beliefs that we're having that might be keeping us stuck, and we're starting to see where they came from, oftentimes they're not even ours. We just adopted them from those around us. So, in other words, we kind of just chose unconsciously to think that way. And we just kind of accepted it by default, in other words. And the second phase of this process and this exercise is to actually begin challenging those thoughts and beliefs that you're having. And you do this and you use the logic of understanding where where the thought and belief came from originally, to start to help you challenge those thoughts and beliefs because they're not in line with your dreams, goals, and desires. So we've got to start to prove it to ourselves that those are no longer serving us in our life. And quite honestly, they maybe never served us in our life, but we understand that we have accepted them up until this point, but we no longer want to accept them. So there's a quick and easy affirmation that you could tell yourself to help you actually release these limited beliefs. And it goes like this. It actually comes from Dr. Joe Vitale. I learned this a few years back. But it's basically the statement is, even though I thought, put in, insert your limited belief, even though I've been thinking the thought that money is hard to make, or whatever your limited belief is, I deeply love, forgive, and accept myself. And I no longer accept this to be true in my life. And I let go of this thought forever. Okay, so even though I've thought your limited belief, I deeply love, forgive, and accept myself. And I'm choosing to no longer accept this to be true in my life. And I'm letting go of this thought forever. Okay, and you can come up with your own take on this statement, but this is a pretty powerful statement. It's basically declaring that you're no longer going to think this way. So this is step 2. Step 2 is challenging these old patterns and ways of thinking and beliefs that you've been carrying with you. Oftentimes, most of your life, quite honestly. So we're going to start to be uprooting these weeds in our mind garden, so to speak, okay? Step 3 is where the rubber meets the road and where we start to make significant changes. And when you actually start to see changes and results happening in your life as a result. So step 3 is we're going to choose new thoughts and beliefs in association with our goals, dreams, and desires. So in other words, that goal, dream, or desire you wrote on the piece of paper earlier, now what we're going to do is I want you to write it out on a new piece of paper. And I want you to literally challenge and choose a better serving thought and belief that's going to replace the old ones that you uncovered for yourself. And as a general rule of thumb, you want to choose a belief that's pretty much the opposite of your limited belief. So if you think that money is hard to make, in other words, right now, you're going to want to choose a belief that, hey, money is easy to make. Money's easy to make, and it comes to me more easily, effortlessly, and consistently. But the idea is we want to challenge it. And to the extent and level that we're challenging this belief is going to be the extent of change in the results that you experience in your life, actually. So we really want to think of the most empowered thought you can think of. And it doesn't matter if you don't believe it yet, because we're going to do some work over the next 7 to 30 days to begin reprogramming your subconscious mind with these new thoughts and empowered beliefs. Okay. So stay with me here. This is kind of just the beginning of this process. And I promise if you see it all the way through, you're going to be a new person from the inside out. And your results in your outer exterior life here is going to reflect your inner state of being and your inner state of belief and consciousness. So again, this is an extremely powerful exercise, and it has been a game changer to a lot of people I've showed this to already, and it continues to be. So I'm really excited for you to go through this process. So again, step number 3 here, just to kind of reiterate, okay, is you're going to be choosing new empowered thoughts that contradict your old limited thoughts from before. So you want new empowered and opposite thoughts, in other words, than what you were thinking before. So write those down now on a new piece of paper. And what we're going to start to do is we're literally going to start reading out each one of those one by one. And all I want you to do is the first pass through is you're going to read the new empowered thought and think about why that's more true in your life now than your old thought. And it might take a little bit of convincing your mind that, hey, this thought really isn't true for me right now, but I want you to think of a time maybe when it was in your life. So maybe if the example is money's hard to make, I want you to think of a time when money was easy to make. Maybe someone gave you like 50 or 100 bucks for your birthday once, and you just easily received money during that time, right? Maybe you got an unexpected tax return in the mail for like an extra 500 bucks or something like that, right? Where you just received money and it was the easiest thing possible, actually. You literally just got it and deposited it into your account, okay? So I want you to start to think about these new empowered thoughts in that manner. Like when were they true in your life? Or if it's hard for you to do this, I want you to think about how it could be true moving forward and really step into the person you need to become in order for these thoughts to start to become true. This is where this gets very exciting and it gets very empowered because honestly, every thought you had before, it made you feel a certain way. It made you feel disempowered. It made you feel limited and contracted in your life. And you, as a result, weren't taking the action necessary to reach your goals and dreams and desires. In fact, you were taking the action or not taking the action that was keeping you stuck, actually. That was the pattern that was playing out before. Now, though, these new empowered thoughts are going to help you feel a lot better instantly about your desire or your goal or your dream. And it's automatically, as soon as you start to feel better about them, you're going to naturally start to work more in harmony and you're going to start to take more action on a more regular basis towards them. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. And I hope it's very clear. And I hope you understand the simplicity of this. Our beliefs were just a choice that we made, actually. There were a decision we made, and it often was an unconscious one. So when you decided that life was hard and money was hard and relationships were hard or whatever that looks like for you, you decided that on an unconscious level, and it often wasn't even your thought to begin with. You adopted it from those around you. Well, now we're taking the reins of our life, and we are going to start to reprogram our mind for the most empowered, most aligned thoughts and beliefs that are targeting and laser focused towards our goals, dreams, and desires. And over time, once you actually adopt this way of thinking, there is nothing that can stop you from getting to that goal, dream, or desire, actually, because of the way and the level of your thinking now. Once it's aligned, I want you to think of yourself as like the captain of a ship, where literally your mind is the captain and your body and life and results is the ship. Once your captain changes the programming of their mind, it's going to steer the ship in a different direction now. And now there's nothing that can stop you. So this is a very cool process. I am so excited you're going through it. And all we do from here on out is every day, we're just going to simply remind ourselves why our old thought patterns are false and more false in our life and not true in our life. And we're going to simply remind ourselves why our new thoughts and our new empowered way of thinking and beliefs is more true in our life moving forward. And that's all we're doing is we're kind of selling ourselves on it on a regular basis. Okay. And there's going to be another video I record more specifically on that process. But I just want you to get started with this so that you can start to see why you've been stuck, how you've been stuck, the exact thoughts that have been keeping you stuck. And now you're actually starting to change that programming and those instructions that your subconscious mind has been playing out for however long in your life. And once you start to adopt and accept these new empowered thoughts, watch what happens in your life. And this, honestly, this is what I want for everybody in the world, quite honestly. But I'm just so excited that you're here and you're doing this work because this is the most important work you can do. In fact, it's almost futile to take action when you don't do this work. You're just wasting your time spinning your wheels from a lower level of thinking and consciousness. And it's only going to produce the same results you've ever gotten if you unconsciously stay thinking at the level you have been. Now you're consciously and deliberately choosing to think at a new level. And this, as a result, is going to change your life forever. So congratulations. Thank you so much for putting your trust in me. And I cannot wait to see the results that unfold in your life as a result of this process and this little exercise that I've got here for you. So once you go through it, please let me know what you think of it and what you've uncovered for yourself. Feel free to send it to me. I would love to see what you started off with and what you ended up with. And then if you need any help throughout this whole process, just please reach out to me. I'm just a message away, and I'm super happy to help you transform your mindset so that you can get from your point A to your point B, which is your goal, dream, and desire way faster than ever before. All right. So with that, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.